Yeah, I talk about absence basically, and like you said, the losing of someone, but it's that person is not there. It's still alive, but it's over there, and that's the part that I talk about. It's like not growing up with a father figure, and then when two persons completely separate and like ended up divorcing, it changes everything.
Welcome to What's My Thesis. I'm Javier Proenza, and today my guest is Estefania Ajcip.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit about your name and how I didn't even looking at it. I had no idea how to spell it. Your father's Guatemalan?
Yeah, we're from Guatemala, everyone. But my dad is Capitalino, so he's from the main city. That's how we call it, Capital. And then my mom comes from like a really small town, like kind of closer. Pretty sure a lot of people know this second sort of city, which is Quetzaltenango, but for sure it's Shela.
Shela,
yeah.
Oh, you guys got short names for cities. That's cool.
I mean, it depends though. So yeah.
Well, what I was saying is that it's interesting because there's so many sounds that are not part of Cuban. Like, like a lot of the and all of those details. But and I think that some of that has to do with it being indigenous, but I think I've gone to Spain and they have fucking weird uses of language too. Like they use, for them, the X is the ch sound.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's like,
for us, there's kind of like the rish.
Yeah.
Because my other last name is Ishkoy.
Ishkoy.
Ish. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of like similar to Spain, the ch, but not really.
Yeah, no, it was a trip. And then, what's it called? Yeah. And then, so the name Javier, it like over there, they call us Chavi when you spell it with an X.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? But then I really don't know about like the specifics of this, but it's just interesting because I know in Mexico, there's like so many X's and they were colonized by the Spanish. So I'm like, is that how they is that how they interpreted it in the Arabic alphabet? What the sounds that they already had? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, honestly, I don't know. I mean, we
I'm not asking
colonized by the Spain, so
yeah, but it's different. The language is different everywhere.
It is really different, yeah.
Yeah.
For my mom's language is Quiche.
So she speaks in Indigenous?
Yeah, so she's Indigenous, 100%. And
is there a lot of ch sounds?
Yeah, okay. It's like... It's a lot. Like, I know a few words, but it's not like a lot, like me speaking 100%. I wish. That's one of the things that I'm always telling my family. It's like, ¿por qué no enseñaron? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
I understand though.
Yeah.
Cubans are a different story because they came and they didn't even want to learn English because they were like hoping to go back the whole time. And then it just like lasted forever. But it is a funny thing. Our Spanish is not necessarily fancy. It's just different. Like ours is like muy, it's like derretido, like.
Yeah. I mean,
the words melt into each other.
Ours is kind of like slang too. It's so funny. But to be honest, I don't use a lot of those words just because I grew up, in a really religious family. So like, had to behave in a certain way.
So. Oh, so you couldn't even...
Yeah.
Well, so, for like, it's funny, like, for us, there's, in Cuban, like, the way you don't, like, the trashy way to refer to women is jevitas.
Oh, okay.
And then over here, it's jaina. The Mexican one.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a trashy way of referring to women?
Not really, but we use mostly patojas.
Patojas? It's a call woman?
Yeah, it's just like, women in general, but mostly like young women. Yeah. Patojas, yeah. Or patojo too.
Does that have any links to the indigenous language? Is it similar to a word in there?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's how they use it.
Yeah.
But I grew up like that. It's like we were called patojas or something like that. So.
But it's not a nasty name.
No, it's not a nasty name. Yeah. Like I said, I grew up in like really religious. So, for me, it was like totally different thing.
Yeah. So you were born here, you said? And
I was born here, yeah.
So you got the citizenship and then you went back home.
Pretty much. That was pretty much. We joke with this.
Door open.
Yeah. We pretty much joke with this with my dad. It's like, y'all just came, decided to like, oh, let's make a baby. And then, I don't know, let's go home back.
So what was it like growing up over there?
So I grew up here at the age of 7. And then after probably like 4 months, my mom was like, I no longer want to stay. Let's go.
4 months after you turned 7.
Yeah. So then she was like, you know what? Let's go.
Yeah.
So all the family, it's only 4 of us. So it's like all the family.
Brother or sister?
I'm the youngest. Yeah. So we just went back. I was 7. I think I was about to be in 2nd grade.
You were about to be in 2nd grade. Wow.
When she was like, yeah, let's go.
What did she ever tell you why she had enough of Miami?
Honestly,
it's all Miami to
me. No, I mean, I'm listening to your podcast and it's like, it's funny. But I don't know. I ask sort of this question, like, what was the idea behind? My dad answers something else. He's just like, all of a sudden your mom was one day like, I want to go back home, that's it. And then my mom was saying like it was because of family, mainly my grandpa, because she was really close to my grandpa.
So she was just homesick, it sounds like.
Pretty much.
It wasn't like she was like, fuck America.
No, I mean, they had a sort of okay life back in the days, 80s, 90s, mainly 90s.
It wasn't una tragedia. It was just like, you know what? I kind of miss my family and culture.
Yeah. So that's what happened, and just
left. Okay, so then where does the art fall into this? Like, where did you start getting into art?
I don't know, because it's like, for me, it's like, it's funny because a lot of things happen in my life. And then I ended up jumping from that small pueblito with my mom to the main city. And that was probably like at the age of 14. And then...
El pueblito, how many people? How does it compare to...
Back in the day, I mean, I call it pueblito, but because it's sort of far from the city, probably like an hour or something from the city. So it's kind of far. Basically, like my dad called it El Oriente, like my dad is like El Oriente and this is La Capital, and I'm like, that was the difference.
We also say that,
and whenever he's like El Oriente, is because it's like indigenous and everything is more over there, and then the main capital is all Ladinos and stuff like that. So it's like, so that's where I grew up, like in Momostenango, closer to Shela. So then I forgot. What was the question again?
Oh, just when art started.
Oh, yeah. So when I came back to the main city, my uncle was the one who actually was like, he wanted so bad after high school. He wanted to go to art school so bad.
Your uncle?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, but my, family.
I'm so lucky I wasn't a bad influence on my nephews and nieces.
I mean, my sister was, so what can I say? Like,
So wait, your sister's also an artist? Or
No. She's a totally different thing,
okay.
But it's just like, you always have that type of influence.
Yeah.
It's funny. But yeah, my uncle was like, I really want to do art, and like, it's pretty hard in Guatemala to be an artist.
I think it's hard anywhere, but yeah, I would imagine.
But it's mainly like, I feel like here you kind of, even though it's not easy, like you kind of got to kick,
No, there's
small shows here and there.
There's a much bigger industry than even in Miami, so for sure. Yeah. I would say, but was it like, and I don't mean this as a condescending question, but was he into like contemporary art? Like, what is that? What was hard to get?
Honestly, he was in everything, mixed media. Yeah,
but he wasn't like it wasn't like artisanal artistry. He wasn't like a ceramicist that made like utilitarian. He like made the horrible term fine art. That's what he was pursuing.
Yeah, that's what he was pursuing. He wanted to actually learn how to paint.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and for me, it's like I basically was not allowed by my parents. Mainly my mom. My mom was against it.
Oh,
so I had to lie to her.
Eres muy malcriada.
Not really. I'm the type of I was the type of kid who always did whatever my parents did. Because like I said, growing up really super religious.
Yeah. It's just easier
pretty
not.
strict. Yeah.
It's just easier to not deal with it.
Yeah. But for when I was at the time, because my mom came back. So that's why I was left with my uncles. So I ended up growing with 4 uncles and then my aunts.
So then when did you come here? So your mom came without you again?
Yeah, she came with my sister.
Okay.
So
and you were like, I kind of, you're still younger.
My mom was the one who wanted to like, you stay there while I figure out things here and then you come back.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So it was like, she was the pioneers setting, scouting party.
Yeah.
And then you were... The
I was all over the place.
Sweet innocent that came once everything was safe.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, yeah. But not so safe, because the only reason, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, but it's like the only reason I came to the city was because of a kidnap.
You got... why would I mind you saying this?
I mean...
No, it's your personal story. So wait, so were you kidnapped or who was kidnapped?
No, so... It started as calls over there, having calls with my aunt and everything. And then they were like, okay, we got to do something,
Calls? Like phone calls?
Yeah.
About what? Threatening phone calls?
Yeah. And then a lot of things were happening to the point that they were like, watching me going to school, things like that.
They were threatening to kidnap you?
Yes.
And who was doing this? Just like... Because when you said calls, I heard cults and I got excited, but then I realized it's not cults.
No. I mean, I wish I had a reason, but not really.
Everything is painted with the Epstein brush now. So.
Yeah,
I can't get out of it.
I know. I get you.
It's like the best true crime podcast.
Right? I know. It's like you're digging and it's more and more.
Oh my God. It was so much worse than anything I could have ever imagined.
It's so bad to say this.
Wait, so this is an interesting story. So what is the situation there? Because I know that there's some countries where there's a lot of labor trafficking. Is this the kind of thing that we're talking about? No,
not really. I mean,
they just
like I said,
back
in the day, at least back in the day in Guatemala, because I know a little bit right now that it's sort of starting here and there, like those kind of things,
Like what?
Kidnaps, amenazas, things like that. Sorry if I'm saying words in Spanish. Sometimes it comes to me. But at the time, it was pretty safe. Like, I remember that small town was super safe. But now it's like comes to the point that it's kind of like getting dangerous,
Yeah. I was telling you before that my first friend is from Guatemala.
Yeah.
He was very, like, conservative in terms of, like I can see the religious thing, but I never got the impression that it was like El Salvador or Nicaragua.
No, Guatemala is pretty
it's pretty
super religious. It's like,
but it's also somewhat safe, or
it is safe. It's super safe.
So this is a surprise to me.
Yeah,
about
it's always like we say in Spanish. Once the piojo malo llega, everything gets everything is contagious and So it's like basically, I feel like that's what happened in the small town at the time.
Okay, so there was probably just some gang element that was...
I feel like for me, it's
because in Venezuela, all of these countries I've heard of kidnappings, never in Guatemala. That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's rare. But for me, I feel like because the side of my mom's family is kind of like sort of wealthy. And me saying wealthy in it means when it's like you guys have land, you have water, electricity, actual house,
Did you guys have a maid?
No. That was the only thing we never
Because we
had.
did, and my mom fucking hated it.
My mom was like, you do your,
My mom was like, would wake up every day and be like, oh, I gotta assign shit to people. Like,
I mean, we were the maid, though. We were the ones who had to do everything.
As the children, yeah. No. Well, I think it was just customary in Costa Rica to do that, and we never had a maid again. I knew growing up, I knew people who had live-in maids too. I
had my aunt. She had a maid.
She had a maid. Yeah. So, it's just a different economic system over there.
It's totally different. But I feel like for my aunt, it was because she was married to a Mexican and he had his business and everything she could afford,
Yeah.
For us was like, nah, you do it yourself.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I think out here it's more to people will have nannies. We did have a live-in in Costa Rica. I'm pretty sure we had like a maid's quarter and everything. Which
my sister was my nanny, so that counts. No, just kidding.
No, but I just haven't thought about any of this. But we had a pretty posh life in Costa Rica. The
only reason I say wealthy is because, in Guatemala, it's like if you have like an actual house, you have water, electricity, you have beds, or like even a fridge or something like that, it's like it's considered yourself wealthy. And if you have land, back in the day, my grandpa had like a lot of farmings here and there, and like I feel like that and other made his wealth kind of like.
I mean, it's real estate is pretty good.
Yeah. Over there, you can actually own. Here,
Well, I mean, not for now. As soon as all the Americans are allowed to go down and buy it.
Oh hell no,
dude! There's some crazy things in Argentina that I'm not even going to talk about, but they're like burning land because then they can claim it.
Damn.
And it has to do with like international. It has to do with a certain Middle Eastern country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But okay. So then tell me. So what you? Sorry, I forgot. You left there when you were 7, and you came back when you were how old?
I was 18. About to be 19. Yeah.
18, and then you went straight to art school.
No, when the kidnap happened, I stayed in the main city for I think it was 5 or 6 years.
So then that's when you guys moved from one town to another.
Yeah, but it was only me. My mom and my sister, they were already here. My dad too. So it's like I was the only one in Guatemala.
And you were living with your uncles.
Yeah, I was living with my uncles, and that's I guess how I got into kind of close to art because of my uncle. Because honestly, I had to lie to my mom. In the phone, it was like, "Mom, I'm not painting. I want to go to art school." And my mom was like, "No, that doesn't like." You know how parents are, especially if you talk about art. It's like they want you to actually like have something that you can like make money.
They are much wiser than us when we get into it. They were right.
I mean, it's true. I'm not gonna lie, but
I mean, it's you can live a good life, but it's not as easy as just have. But that doesn't exist anymore because like the whole new generation of kids can't even fucking get jobs.
Oh hell no! Right now it's just like everything is expensive. Yeah. But yeah, that was basically it. So me lying about getting an art class or something was not it. For her, it was like, no. I had the no answer always. And I convinced my uncle, hey, like, can we lie and say that I'm getting computer classes over there? That's how they call it. I think it's like sistemas en computación, something like that. And so it's related to computers, things like that. And I was like, can I like to say this? But in reality, it was graphic design.
Oh, okay.
Well, and that was the only reason I took graphic that path was because I knew that you had like, live drawing classes and things like that. And it was just something closer. And I'm really grateful. My uncle was like, he was scared because my mom is, he was scared.
I'm scared of your mom now.
No, I know. And my uncle was like, no, like, but I was just begging.
Yeah.
And he said, he eventually
and he knows he's an artist. He knows what that feels like.
Yeah. So and eventually I went into that path of graphic design, and then
is that what you do now for a living?
Not really. I paint.
You paint?
I paint.
I do. Like you paint for money now, like for a living, or you paint?
Right now I'm barely getting there. So it's like I wish that's a goal, right?
Yeah.
Goal, but
no, I mean I'm not close either. I was just like the way that you said it. It sounded like you were like, I don't do graphic design now. I paint, and I was like,
no. The only reason I'm saying that is because once I came here, it was like the same thing. My mom came back again to Guatemala, and then I had to live with her. I think I stayed with her like a month or almost 2 months, and she was like, you're leaving Guatemala. And I was like, oh shit, like everything.
How was that?
It was a shocking moment because it was just like my life was entirely in Guatemala. Like I got so used to it, like and then all of a sudden my mom was like, you're leaving. So she took me out. I was going at the time to school and like didn't even finish school because she was like, you're out.
Yeah.
You're not gonna finish school because you're leaving. And I was like, damn.
This was high school then, because you were 18.
Yeah, over there it's kind of like different because it's it's kind of like in between college and high school.
Uh-huh.
So it's all together. It's not like here you're going to like middle
One or the
school,
other,
high school,
yeah.
and then college or go straight up to, university. It's different over there. So it's kind of like high school having graphic design classes and things like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's really different, the system. And that's when...
Like good, you mean?
I mean, it's a good system, but no sirve de nada aquí. It doesn't validate anything.
It's not American accredited?
No, I had to like start over.
Did you get a GED or did you go to high school again?
Honestly, I didn't know at the time that I could get a GED. I was super dumb.
You weren't dumb. Who knows?
mean, I'm sorry for saying this, but I was kind of stupid because I was just like, I think I need to get my high school diploma in order for me to go to college, and then blah blah blah. And that was not the case. It's like I had a friend. She was like Loki, like, bitch, only GED.
So then you did get your GED. So you
high school.
So that was how you.
So that's
Good.
It was funny.
Good. That's
But I did it because English is not my first language, and it's like I need to learn English, grammar, everything.
So wait, you did go to high school, or you in the U.S. or no?
No, for
you
adults, basically. So yeah.
Okay.
So I was 18, so I couldn't like actually
enroll. Yeah.
But at the time when I came,
there's probably 18-year-olds in high school that are repeating grades.
No, but correcting this, by the time that I came here to adult school, I was 21.
So okay.
That's why. Yeah. But yeah,
they don't want you around their daughters and young boys.
Yeah.
What? Someone smarter than them?
I know, right?
They're vulnerable. Oh man, Epstein again.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Diddy for a while. Now it's like a whole new thing. Anyway, so then like. Tell me about your practice a little bit. Like, you're a painter. What do you?
Honestly, initially, because I went to Pasadena City College.
Okay.
That's when I started to do mixed media. I was just like, let's just add this here, this there, and that's it. Like, I wasn't concentrated in painting, but I truly, at the time, really loved doing texture and things like that. So I was just like, I want to do this. Up to, I had one of my professors, she saw me and she was like, you're good at this. And she was like, you should apply to Long Beach. And
you went to Cal State Long Beach?
Yeah, I went to Cal State Long Beach.
Are you like homies with a bunch of my guests?
Edgar, Liz,
yeah, so they didn't even.
I'm really, I mean.
That's so funny. I invited another one from
Kristen,
the crew.
Shout out to Kristen. She's my bestie.
Weezer?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So,
I would love for her to be my bestie. She's so fun.
She's super smart too. She's something.
Yeah, you just can't make yourself someone's friend just because you want to be their friend. But like,
I mean, we got to the point that we were sharing sort of like studios my last semester.
Yeah, she's awesome.
It was fun. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So then you're like a more recent grad of Cal State Long Beach.
I graduated in 2022. 2023. 2023. And then I have a first group show with Charlie James with Ever.
When?
It was.
Oh, dude, you're like a huge heavy hitter. I didn't even know. I was just like, oh, this person seems cool. I didn't know that you were like, this is so funny.
I mean,
congratulations. No, I had Ever on the show. I'm sure you saw.
I think it was like 2023 too. It was the same year. Yeah. And then after that, having here and there shows. We were also part with another friend, part of the Lakers. I don't know if you know the program in the paint. But yeah, it's like, so I'm being there here and there.
Here and there. Yeah. All right. But tell me a little bit more about the practice as it stands now. Like what is your like
sort of goal in a way?
Oh no, not career goals, but like intent in your work. What is the thinking?
I talk a lot about my experience not growing up with a father, because after we went over there, it's like my dad only lasted like 7 months because it was really hard to find a job in Guatemala, especially if you're living in a small pueblo.
Yeah.
The only thing you're doing, it's like, I don't know how to call it. They call it here, but I guess it's sort of like,
say it in Spanish.
Taxistas, but it's like more over there. It's like everyone owns a Toyota, and then they convert Toyotas into transportation for people to take more over there to
taxi
like,
drivers, no?
aldeas, small places in the main pueblo.
Okay,
So it's kind of like
the
taxi drivers.
taxi
in a
driver,
way.
but like to get into inaccessible
Yeah,
places.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
how he was working, but he was having a hard time. So he was like, he made the decision of like after 7 months coming back again. And I probably was.
So you're not one of those people that thinks that like women don't need men in their lives. You missed your dad.
I miss my dad. I
Yeah.
didn't have the privilege to grow up with him.
Yeah.
So it was,
I also,
it was
my
pretty
dad,
tough.
my dad traveled a lot.
Yeah.
And then,
But I'm not gonna lie, saying like, I
mean,
don't need a man.
no, I know. I was making a joke, obviously.
No, I know.
I know. But it's more of like a personal thing because I have siblings that like deny his existence. And I'm like, okay, he may have been a weirdo, but like, you know.
I mean, it depends the situation, you know?
Yeah, I don't think he did any Epstein stuff to them.
Oh my God.
Just to clarify, I think it's more of like whatever. It's not my shit. It's not my shit to discuss. But I'm just saying my dad was a difficult dude. But yeah, I missed him and I still miss him. He's gone. So You
so
know.
that's how I came. When I was in Long Beach, I was like my last semester, I was like, I don't know what to do. Everyone has a style. Like everyone knows what's going on, you know? And for me, it was like I was lost. Initially, I was planning to talk about my family's experience to, you know,
you mean
coming here,
on the episode?
Everything.
Yeah.
But it was just like, like I had this comment of one of my professors was like, you can literally just Google this and everyone knows this information. So what's the point for you to like talk about this?
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, bitch. But then I was just
But
like,
are they going to Google it?
I know. It's like, it is what it is.
I've heard so many bad critiques on this podcast from professors.
I mean, my last semester was such not a fun experience.
Oh, really? Wow. That's the first time I heard a Long Beach grad say that.
Like,
do you want to talk about it or do you not want to make problems?
It's fine, you know?
Okay.
For me, it's like, the only reason I'm saying this is because for me, it was like, they didn't know what to do with me in the last semester. They were like, we know you're sort of like mixed media because I do. So what I do in my work is like I bring the 3D out. Like I push things. Sorry. I push things and then I paint too. But I guess because my way of doing things are not the traditional way, you know, traditional in the sense that, we got to follow this masters and do it this way. Because Long Beach is super traditional in that sense, which don't get me wrong, is really good, but I'm tired of like...
Yeah. But you weren't like doing things where you were like putting lean over fat and like things that would damage. It wasn't technical errors. It was just not the philosophy.
They had a big issue with not being archival.
Yeah.
Because I was using it at the time and I still use foam, but I now combine it with what's it called, birch plywood, so it's like 2-in-1. But they had that issue with me and they didn't know what to do, to be honest. And one of my professors was like, I don't know, he wasn't getting it, so I went to another professor and then she was just like, well, you it seems like you know what you're doing. And then the other professor was like, yeah, go over there. She's telling you what to do. Go over there. So I was just like bouncing here and there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, so I guess I'm just going to do whatever I'm going to do. And that's it.
I just find it really interesting. And a thought that I had while you said that is like, here you are in a program. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are successful artists. Maybe there is some element of teaching the business at Cal State Long Beach. I don't know if that's the case because I know a bunch of artists that are doing. They don't.
I wish.
So then it's just they end up having like.
That was one of the things that Liz came to give a talk. I think it was like the final semester, and she was part of a talk. And Liz talked about that, her getting classes.
Liz who?
Liz Munson.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And when sorry, Elizabeth.
No, you're homies with her. I just didn't know who you were talking about. I mean, I have a very professional relationship.
I mean, I'm not 100% homies, but I don't know. Some people call her Liz, and I'm like, okay, Liz. I don't know.
Dude, the other day I was standing next to somebody and I said, "Who's this guy?" And it was like a dude that was petting a dog, and I was like, "Oh, the last name." And that happens, dude.
Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah. So, and she was talking about this, and I was like, man, she's so right.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things that I regret that I kind of want to do if I go back. Yeah.
Well, the thing that I was going to say is that it's interesting that they don't teach you that at these programs, but they still want it to be archival.
Yes.
And like, if it's not a product and you were leading, why can't it be ephemeral art? You know, like
even information about residencies and things like that. It's like, oh yeah, do it here and there, but then they're like, okay, yeah, do it, but where?
Yeah.
It's like they don't give you enough information to like.
I think they don't know.
Well, they don't want you to know.
Well, no, that is true, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that I'm not going to say who, but a very well-respected, successful artist started teaching, and he was talking to the students like, hey, I'm like you. We're peers. I'm just the teacher in the classroom, but there's no hierarchy here. We're because, you know, and people and the staff got mad at him for saying that because they want the hierarchy.
I mean, and I think that's cool to have someone like that be like.
And he showed recently. I'm not gonna say who it was.
Yeah.
But he showed recently with one of his former students, but it's like a different mindset. But that dude has been like, that guy like makes a living, has a family.
I kind of had one of those professors because I went with her to do a summer arts sort of residency in a way. And she was that type of way. We went to Berlin, and she was that type of way. She was like, I know that I'm your professor in a way, but at the same time, I'm the same as you. I'm doing art as you, and I would rather be a friend than be a professor, you know?
Yeah.
And it's super cool to have that type of people.
Well, I think it's a smart way to do it, even though it ruffles feathers, because these people are going to be in the art market, and they could probably get you opportunities too.
Yeah.
If you have a good relationship with your students.
That's one of the things that I don't like. I'm like, we have to be out here.
We have to what?
And we have to be out here in shows and then make connections and things like that. It's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard.
It is tiring. Mm-hmm. I actually got burnt out last year, and this year I decided that I'm going to hang out with my friends in the art world more one-on-one than like just seeing them, you know, because it's like nice to see people, but it's not. It's just work.
It's a lot. Yeah,
it's just work, you know, and and it's also funny how like people, especially with the podcast now, people are trying to get me to their shows, and I'm like, I see your flyers, homie. You don't have to like, you don't, you know. And then I have one person, I'm not going to say name names. Whatever. It's just interesting how your dynamic changes in the art world when you do something like this. But I have one person that when I don't show up is like, hey, we missed you. And I'm like, damn, dog, like that's like thirsty.
Yeah, it's something like, out there. Yeah, I noticed that. You just have to stick with you're truly like true friends. Yeah. And it's hard to find people like that.
It's hard to find people, and I do find myself in a position where I'm getting better at spotting it, but a lot of people don't think of me as a person. They think of me as an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. No,
that hurts my feelings.
I had those moments of people just talking to me because, I listened to you because of Charlie James. Or you all of a sudden, that happened when we had the Lakers show and everything that happened with the Lakers. It was like all of a sudden people that don't talk to you were like, hey, like,
how did you get that show?
Yeah. And I'm just like, here, I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah. But you're plugged in with a pretty legit crew. Like I think the Charlie James Moonzon people are I've never had even like a disagreement with any of them.
Really nice.
They're very agreeable. They're very friendly, and they're very supportive.
Yeah, they try to push you out there.
Yeah, so and then also Gloria Jem Sanchez is also part of that like contingent. She's in the Angels Gate, in San Pedro.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
San Pedro.
I actually have a show in San Pedro.
You, not Pedro?
Pedro. Oh, my God. Oh, no, it's San Jose, not San Pedro. Sorry, I mistake those two.
I used to live in a San Jose in Costa Rica.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you like it?
I barely remember it, but that's where I had that, like, we we lived in a, like, it was not safe for us to go outside because we were kids of diplomats. So I don't remember.
Different, yeah.
I like, we couldn't go outside by ourselves for sure. I don't remember too much outside of the house, you know?
Yeah, that's one of the things that a lot of people, whenever they ask me, oh, so you come from Guatemala, you grew up in Guatemala, like, so you know Tikal, you know Antigua, you know this and that. And I'm just like, crickets, because I'm just like, I know a little, but not too much. But not because I didn't want to explore things like that. But it was just because for the same thing, after the kidnap, I was just enclosed for 5 years, not to go outside, things like that. And like, I forgot the word, but chaperona, I was always with someone.
Yeah, with a chaperone.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
it's the same. But yeah, it was just...
It's not the same.
Kind of, but yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
Me? Yeah.
I was just like, don't be hard on yourself.
No, it's really hard. That's why I'm saying it's like, I feel like the only reason I know English is because of what they call the Mormons came in that small
Are you serious?
Yeah,
So the Mormon missionaries taught you English?
Basically, yeah, it was like 3 teachers that were trying to build a private school, but for now it was like a public school with 30 students. I think it was 20 or 30.
Wow.
And my mom knew, and she was like, I want both of y'all over there.
Wow.
And
they
just give it a shot.
Was it religious teaching as well, or they were just teaching English?
It was just teaching English.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I guess that's why I kept a little my English. It's like not super polished, you know, but I'm trying.
Yeah.
But for my sister,
your English is
really
fine.
Easy. Yeah.
It's the thing is that you're not in Miami. If you were in Miami, you wouldn't even stand out.
No.
If you were in Miami, people would be like, "Oh yeah, she speaks perfect English."
I know. No, people here really notice that with me, and I'm just like, it's whatever. You know, I'm trying.
Yeah, no, you're doing great. Yeah. I mean, I'm having fun talking to you. All right, so tell me a little bit about the art scene in Guatemala, because I'm even surprised that there was somebody pursuing. I mean, not that I just don't know. You know, I come from, or I lived in Rome, and Rome is like one of those cities that has like a lot of good art history, but contemporary art is just tiny. There,
no,
you know,
in Guatemala is really hard. Back in the day, and I'm just gonna speak back in the day because right now I'm pretty sure it's different. I seen, because I have one of my friends who also went with me for graphic design, and that's how we know each other. And then all of a sudden, right now, he's like doing art out there. So I'm just like, damn, that's cool. But back in the day, it was really hard. Before my uncle, I don't know how they call it, cousin, uncle, primo, tío, something like that. They call it. It's from the same family, but he's not cousin, but he's not uncle. So it's like,
he's your cousin, but I think it's like second cousin. No, first cousin. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, it is. Let's say cousin.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I have a cousin that is my mom's age.
It's super weird. I don't know how to call it. Yeah. So he actually went to. So he's an art teacher, math teacher, and I think architecture. Yeah. So
it's the same word. No.
But yeah, it's like he does all of it. But the first one, he said that he was having a hard time, and there was nothing to do with art. It was.
Pero hay galería.
Yeah, right now, they do have, and I'm pretty sure back in the day they have. But it's like art in Guatemala is kind of like more tougher than what it is. Even though right now, because I noticed that right now it's like. Yeah, hay movimiento, you know, like there's places, they do things like that, rewards, like who's the best one, things like that. And it's like really amazing. But back in the day, you didn't listen too much to it. So it was just a dream. Yeah, pursuing art was something over there. And I noticed that with my uncle. My uncle tried so many things and he was not doing anything, not even teaching.
Yeah.
And
it's hard. I mean, the ecosystem. I just went in December to Miami, and that's like Art Basel Central, and I talked to the artist, and they're all like, I think it's time for me to leave the city. and me as someone who left, I'm like, probably is.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, no, for me, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, I didn't go to like a museum or anything. Honestly, coming here, I was 2 years in Nashville, Tennessee, and then that's when I came here with my dad, because my dad was like, "You want to go to school? I'll help you out." And I like we say in Spanish, hasta los pies le agarré, because I was like, I'm trying out there, you know. Yeah. But when I came here, I actually went for nursing. So I was a nurse in a way, starting in school, and then seeing a friend, she was like pursuing graphic design too, and she was like, "You should take a, life drawing class." And I was like, "I like what you're doing," and I did. Ended up changing direction. Oh wow! And that's when
your mom stopped talking to you.
Pretty much too, yeah.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I was making a joke. I didn't realize it was a painful thing.
Honestly, the idea of me becoming a nurse was because I was pursuing my mom's dream.
Yeah, and she wanted
someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was my.
It's a pretty reasonable immigrant dream, I will tell you, because Miami, like, that is like one of the biggest driving forces.
I have so many friends here that are always like, "What are you doing?" "I'm a nurse." And I'm just everyone is a nurse. I get it because it's like
it's a good way to make money. Man.
Yeah,
it's good money. It's good hours. It's like probably
it's tough too,
and you don't have to fucking go to 4 years of school.
That is true too.
And that to me is so crazy. I've said this publicly on on Instagram, but I don't think I've said it on the podcast. It's crazy that people go to 6 years of art school and don't understand how the business works, and they think they're educated.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, someone that has like an AA, not even a bachelor's, an AA can save fucking lives on a daily basis. And I mean,
unless you want to do more out there.
Well, you can do more. You could become a nurse practitioner and all of that stuff. Yeah. But like the very basic, like, I think I would trust the knowledge of a nurse more than the knowledge. No, maybe not on art history, but I'm like, you're useless to me if I'm dying. You can save my life.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's true. That is
if we're valuing educations, and also you don't even know how to sell your art, and you got to 6 years of fucking school. You're not even a doctor.
I know.
Anyway, I'm shitting on.
No, it's true. It is true. I mean, like I said, that was the whole idea for me, going to nursing, and and then not my mom saying over there in Guatemala she's a doctor, and I'm like,
oh, she is a doctor?
No, she was telling everyone over there that I was gonna become a doctor, and I was like, what the It was a funny moment, but it was also like it was something,
Yeah.
Even though she knew what I was doing or what I'm doing, it's like,
My uncle's girlfriend is a anesthesia nurse, and I think that I could fuck with that. Maybe it's because I grew up in Miami and I'm like used to administering drugs, but
I mean, it's the same with me. In Guatemala, you don't have you be punching las nalgas a cada rato, and they will teach you. You don't have to do a lot of like you said, going to school and everything. My mom was like, you just do it like this, boom,
oh yeah,
go. And I used to do that with my mom, but it was something. So I guess that's why I wanted to become a nurse for her.
When I was a little kid, we used to get injections from the nuns in Italy, and I always think that's funny because like nuns are so evil and
oh my god, no, yeah, that is true. Yes.
It's like, oh, you know what? We're also gonna learn how to stick you with needles.
I know. My mom she was tough. She was like, boom, dale, yeah.
No, you're
funny. Yeah.
My mom was not a disciplinarian Latina mom, but I know some.
Yeah.
And damn, they're strict.
No, like, my mom is super strict. Yeah.
I remember, I don't even know what it was. It wasn't even that big of a deal. But like, just my friend's parents being like, estamos muy decepcionados. And I was like just disappointed in front of his friend, just like both of them just going at him. And I was like, holy shit, my mom.
No, my mom is the type of way she will give you a slap in la boca and she will in front of your own friends. She will not care.
Coño, man, that's some tough shit, dude.
That's why I get no. Even like growing up in Guatemala, at least for me, it was tough. I don't know about other people, but for me, it was tough because, like I said, I come from a small town, and she was the type. It's like you guys you don't need to depend on men. And so the reason she said that and she did that was because she was always making us go farming, pick up the corn, plantar too. And then if my dad will, get some wood for fire and things like that, you have to pick it up, put it in your bag. So it was just a tough life for me. And for my sister, we not gonna lie, as kids, we hated it.
No, I hate it now.
We were like, but now we appreciate that because we always joke with my dad because he's a fan of The Walking Dead, and he was like, what if The Walking Dead happens to me? I'm prepared for that shit. Like, I can find my wood. I can do this. And it's just funny because it's like, it's something that you grow up and it makes you humble too. It makes you put your feet on, so.
There's some, from what's coming out in the files, all of our parents are pretty good.
Santurrones,
It could be much worse. ¿Cómo se llama? I was going to ask you, so like, what, are you still religious? Are you an atheist? Like how did that upbringing impact your adulthood?
I'm in between. I'm not super religious. Like I told my dad, because he's the type who's also religious and he's always pushing me and like, let's go to church. And I'm like, I'm going to go whenever I want. And not because I'm told. Because I grew up most of the time it was like, I remember the Holy Week, Semana Santa, the Holy Week. It's like
you would do the whole thing? Ash Wednesday and everything?
Go to the procesiones.
Oh, wow.
Going in like Guatemala is super huge in that, and it's like those things, I don't know, como tipo caravanas, like I don't know how they call it, and then you have to carry it and then be with all the people. So it was like 24/7. Tuesday it was it was like praying but in the community.
Wow.
Mondays it was like sort of like a second type of church that we call oratorio, but it's kind of like an extension of church. And then Wednesday sometimes was not church day. Sometimes it was. So we were like always crossing fingers. Please give us a break. It was funny.
Praying and then to God to not have to pray.
It sounds super bad and it's super bad to say this, but it's like, oh my God, it was something.
I used to have to sit through mass too, man. I feel you.
And then Sundays the same. So it was always something to do with God.
And were the churches beautiful or were they?
Yeah, okay. The churches over there.
That was the saving grace of mass. I don't know how they do it over here, but like you could at least just stare at the architecture.
Yes.
I used to fantasize of like John Woo style, Highlander battles and people jumping off of the balconies and grabbing the crucifix and it was a sheath. I would get so fucking bored.
Oh my God.
And I've said this before, but as an adult, I think I went back and at like we used to go to this place called the English College, which was like a really nice like church in the Campo di Fiori area in Rome. I couldn't have had a better church experience. It could have been much worse, right?
Yeah.
But I remember going back as an adult, as like a little older and like listening to the priest and being like, oh, so this guy explains stories from the Bible to you. Never once fucking listened.
I mean, that's what happens when you're kids. You're just there. Yeah, you're like pretending to.
Dude, I had ADHD bad. What was I gonna do?
Yeah, no. Sometimes I'd be playing with my mom's rebozo and be doing like some small braids and everything, but it was just because it was too much.
And I think they used to like. There's like segments where you kneel and then you sit back.
Oh yeah,
and you kneel, and then there's the part where everybody is like, "Peace be with you and be with you." Right when that, and everybody shakes everybody's hand, and everybody you can see it, everybody's face. They're so happy they're about to leave.
I mean, not over there, but like God. No, Guatemala is really huge. It's like Mexico. It's religious. It's everything.
Yeah.
Mexico, I know, is a Virgen de Guadalupe, Guatemala, El Señor de Esquipulas.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's a lot. So here I became different, and I guess that's because I was just like, I finally can be free and be myself without, because they teach you in a way that everything is a sin, you know?
No, I know. Yeah. You feel guilty.
Everything is
your
a sin.
baseline.
Even kissing someone in the cheek is a sin.
That's crazy.
And so it was pretty tough. It was tough. Over there in Guatemala, at least, respect the old people. Yeah. The eldest is the main one. You have to respect them. You cannot talk to them like, hey, fool, like, you're my friend, you know? There, it's like usted. They use the word usted a lot.
I remember my Guatemalan friend correcting me on that. But it is funny to hear all this. It checks out with my experiences with him, because like he literally is one of the oldest friends, the person I've known longest in life, that I'm still aware of where he is. We don't necessarily touch base too much. If I reached out, I'm sure he'd be like, hey, what's up, dude? You know. And if I went to visit Spain, I'm sure I could hang out with him. But I guess I'm like not going to be invited because I'm airing out his dirty laundry. But but he was like celibate and all of that. And I remember when the moment that America corrupted him.
No, I think my deal. I know what you're talking about, corrupted. Yeah, it's true.
Like, he just didn't give a shit at a certain point.
No, it happened to me in the beginning. I was just like, I don't want to be super religious. I'm tired of like feel guilty about things, you know? And I became myself, and
Are you still? I haven't gotten rid of the guilt. Have you gotten rid of the guilt?
Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes not. It's like sometimes I'm like, man, fuck this. You know? But sometimes I'm like questioning, and I'd be just sitting there staring at the wall and be like, oh shit.
I just hear myself. You're such a bad person.
Yes. You tend to.
You're a sinner, and then you just start looking at all the evidence to back it up. That's the programming.
I mean, my sister. It's funny because my sister, in the initial years when I was here, she was like, "You're super conservative." You know? And I was like, bitch, I go to school. I do live drawing and I've seen everything. I'm like, what are you talking about? But it's funny. It's funny for me to finally be myself and not be super like that. It's like now, like I told my dad, I made a deal with, I call it viejito bigotón up there. I did a deal, and it's like, I'm going to believe in you in my own way. Not because someone else is teaching me how to believe. So.
No, I have... As I'm getting older and people are starting to die in my life, I'm like becoming very interested in how the belief system became to be what it is today, and how it got, you know.
I mean, our colonizers were the one who like.
Well, no, but I'm talking about like when all of the books were being written, you know, like Gnostic, you know, the Gnostic religions and all the polemics of how it was written, you know, I think Paul is, some people think he's like he's a Roman spy, because he like basically he's a believer, but he kind of subverts and co-opts Christianity, and he writes like a third of the Bible. And all of that stuff is fascinating to me, because I'm like, we've been reading, like, this is like the centerpiece of so many things. I want to know what's in it, you know? Because I never read the fucking Bible.
No, I did. They made you, because before, you know how you do your, not the baptism, but the other one?
Confirmation. Yeah. I was never confirmed.
No, I haven't done my confirmation. The other one, the one that, oh my God, there's 3 things that we do. Anyway.
Communion. First communion.
There you go. The communion, they make you, at least over there, you have to go to classes. Same here, because I work at a private Catholic school here. Mm-hmm. And it's the same, but it's really different. It's fine.
No, I know. Catholicism really is different everywhere.
Yeah, it's different.
It is so metal in Rome.
Mucha hipocresía también. I'm sorry to say this. It's like,
es un sistema de control. But what I find interesting is that now, it's a system of control, sorry. But now what I find interesting is is that like we have this secularized hypocrisy now. There's no God in it, but it's still the same forms of oppression.
You know? Yes. It's like,
you know, and I'm like, oh, okay. So instead of it being the religious people that want to like whatever, make Hollywood less sexual and all of that stuff. Now it's like feminists that are doing it. It's just such a weird flip. And everybody's like, oh, we solved the problem of God. And I'm like, I don't think we have.
Yeah.
I don't think God was the problem. I think the problem was the system in which God was like, shared with people, right? Like whatever. I'm not saying that I'm even necessarily believe, but I find it interesting, that whole thing. We're running into 55 minutes. I want to make sure we talk enough about your art. Are you happy with how much we've talked about it? Because
I don't mind. I'm open about everything.
Sometimes people they think that the reason I invite people on the way that I do is because
you're going to talk about your work. Yeah.
Well, but we're going to talk about your work anyway. So so it's interesting to have the context for it. Yeah. I'm having a lovely time. I just don't want to shortchange you. Yeah. Is there any, can we talk a little bit more about the thing you said about your father? So not growing up with your father, because that's that's interesting. And I think and I like that, because even though you have this immigrant experience and all of that, that's not the identity that you're focusing on. You're focusing on the identity of, I guess there's loss there, but also longing and things God, like that. Yeah. So that's a more universal. I mean, you don't have to be Latino to understand that.
Yeah. I talk about absence basically, and like you said, the losing of someone, but that person is not there. It's still alive, but it's over there, and that's the part that I talk about. It's like not growing up with a father figure. And then, when two persons completely separate and ended up divorcing, it changes everything. Yeah. And that's what happened with us and my dad. We ended up stopping having communication, everything. And
how old were you when your parents split up?
It was probably relationship, I feel like it got broke once we got in Guatemala. It was it changed
once you went
everything. Back. Yeah, it changed everything, because there was no money, no this, and constant fight and things like that. So it was just I guess that's why my dad had this necessity of trying to hold the family, but there was nothing in between. And so he was I'll make the decision, come back, work, and provide. That was his whole idea. And
I had a similar relationship with my dad. My dad would go on missions for the UN and stuff. Yeah. And was almost never around.
Yeah. So I ended up not growing with him, but I knew that he existed basically. In the beginning, I remember we did letters. That's how I started to be, and that's why I based.
It sounds like work. I had more of a relationship with my father than you. No, from what you're saying, because he did live with us part of the year. Okay. It sounds like he was.
So that's how we started letters. I ended up finding these letters because I ended up coming. I live with my dad now, and I ended up before moving. I don't remember, but I found this box, and then in the box was all letters of us telling stories, missing dad, things like that. And it was just I asked my dad, you kept this for so many years? He was like, yeah, because I truly was here because of you guys. I don't know what was the belief between you two and your mother, but for me it was I came here for you guys. Yeah. And it changed everything. So that's when I was okay, I'm going to talk about my grief, about what it's like to not growing up with a father figure. And also the whole idea that you have in Guatemala. In Guatemala, you think that because someone is one of your family is out here, you're already making it, you're becoming rich, you're having monthly payments, you're here and there. Yeah. And the true reality is different. My dad said, he was working here, probably getting out at 3 a.m. in the morning, no bus, no anything. He had to pretend coming all to, what's it called? Do you know Los Angeles Apparel, LA Apparel? But
that
used
building.
To call American Apparel. He used to work there, and he said that he used to work all the way there, pretending to be kind of crazy in a way, because he was really scared. There was no bus, and he had to walk a lot to be able to reach 5 a.m. to go back home and things like that. So that's what I take. I like the
moments. I like the idea of neighbors being like, "Oh, there's that crazy guy that always
but you don't know what's going on behind. Yeah, when my dad told me that, I was like, oh shit. It was funny, but it's like it makes you question a lot of things.
Well, no, I mean, hey, that's what made him feel safe. I understand that.
Yeah, I understand that too. I was like, damn. So that's when it came for me to like realize that, oh my, me thinking back in the day that, oh, my dad is having a fun moment, you know, he's going to Disney World because everyone knew over there Disneyland and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah,
and he's going,
living the life.
Yeah. But the true reality was different, you know. It was something. And
yeah, the true reality is that if he was doing it now, he'd be rounded up by ICE, and you know. Yeah.
So it was tough. So that's basically what I ended up doing, telling my story. Mm-hmm. Through him. So I call him my muse because he's the one who's always in my paintings. He's always in my paintings. He's here and there doing whatever position. I'm always like, Dad, I need a position, like párate ahí, you know, stand over there and like do this or do that, and he will be like, okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I ended up talking, the letters. I think finding those letters ended up opening something that I had inside, but I didn't want it to, I guess, see or talk about.
Well, it means he cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's always a question you have about your parents.
It was something because this is the sad reality. When that happens, you know, families come, one separates, either is the mother or the father, the one who comes. Everything, it ended up being broken, you know.
Yeah.
Se quiebra la familia, that's what we say. Broken families. And then there's always this behind stories of like, oh yeah, your dad left because of someone else, or he just doesn't want to stay with family and things like that.
Yeah.
And you ended up believing things.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what happened with my dad. And then me finding this box and finding the money orders, you know, all the receipts of money orders and the money that he sent. We were for me and for my sister was like, damn.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's nice that you guys had that moment, you know.
Yeah.
You might have lived your whole life not knowing that he cared that much.
He never said anything. When I came with him, it was at the age of 21, and he never said anything. He's the type who doesn't talk shit about your own mother. He keeps everything to himself, and it's really hard for him to say something. And then it was funny because I said, ¿Por qué no dijiste nada? Like, why? And he was like, for what? Like, I knew at the time you both of you weren't gonna believe whatever I said. So he was like, you're not gonna believe whatever I did at the time. So he was like, but it's there, he said. And I was like, damn. So that's what I do. I talk about like stories in between that and stories of my own feelings. And yeah.
So this is a prying question. I apologize, but how things with your mom? You said that you guys kind of fractured when you became an artist. Is that relationship still mending?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I really like to be completely open about this because I'm not the only one. I have nothing right now with my mom. I don't talk to her.
We don't have to go too deep. I was just curious.
But it's not because I don't want to. It's because you come to this also realization of like the toxic side of family.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah. I guess that's why part of the reason I broke with religion and like believing in my own self, because it got to the point that my mom was always like, no, it's a sin, this, and then you're becoming this type of person and that. And I was just like, man, I can't be myself because of this. And I was the one who made the decision. I even told my dad, because my dad was against it. He was like, it's your mom at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
But I said, I'm sorry, I need to.
How old are you?
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s. I'm not going to say.
No, you don't have to say. I'm just curious. I'm just curious about generation.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, I also didn't talk to my dad for long stretches of time.
Yeah.
I don't know that I regret that because he was very difficult at times, you know?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm always keep thinking. I was like, am I going to regret not talking to my mom? But then I'm just like, what's the difference? I always ask my question, what do you feel right now? Yeah. And my feelings right now is that I can be myself and even myself with my dad.
Yeah.
If I talk to my mom right now, it's gonna be really like tough.
It's not nice to have someone tell you that you're a sinner.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, the only one who talks to my mom right now is my sister, and sometimes I listen to the conversations that she gets to have with my mom, and it's like,
family's very difficult. Family's very, very difficult.
Yeah.
I was fortunate that before my dad passed, he started listening to the podcast, and that was the first time I ever felt like we got out of our dynamic. You know, because like when you have a relationship with somebody, they just see you a certain way, and they're only going to talk to you a certain way. It sounds like you can relate to that. And then I think he saw me interview somebody, and he was like, oh, this guy's a different person than I thought, you know, and he was really into it. And then he also had like a near-death experience that kind of made him sort of regret and remorse. I like have a little remorse for the family.
Yeah.
And I was happy that I was able to like I think I talked to him for like 6 months before he died, and I had spent a long time not talking to him because he was very difficult, you know. And I don't think that he intended to. I think he just was like, I think he just had mental health issues that he didn't know how to regulate, and so you would get caught up in his, like, he would just get upset sometimes, and then it was just like, wow, you know, what have you been holding in?
Yeah,
you know?
No, I know. No, that's one of the things that like I said, I sort of feel guilty sometimes because you never know what happened at the time in their own lives, you know?
Yeah.
And judging by what I know, or like saying, just talking about what I know back in the day with my mom, she was 7 years old when she was sent to the main city of Guatemala to work because it's a huge family. I think it's a total of like probably like 10 plus uncles in her family, like tias y tíos, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, she's the oldest, so she had it tough. She was the one who, like, you have to help provide the family. And back in the day, they were really, really poor.
Yeah.
So I get that part. I get that she had it tough. But it's like,
no,
sometimes I'm like, meh.
No, I get it. I'm not at all telling you to talk to her. I'm not telling you anything.
No,
I'm just kind of talking about my experience with it because that's the only thing I can give you.
No, I mean, everyone's different.
But I don't know. I feel like I was fortunate in that he had this moment of regret, and I don't think everybody does that. And I had that breakthrough, but it wasn't through trying to talk to him, you know.
Yes.
It was like through me living that it got back around to him, and then he was like, "Oh, hey, I can have a different relationship with you now," you know. But yeah, it's very difficult. All this stuff, and like. I mean, I still miss the shit out of him, you know, and so like I'm telling you, you'll figure it out, and whatever happens when they pass, like, you know, at least you're getting to mend your relationship with your dad. And
I mean, thanks because I'm with my dad. It's like I kind of did the same with my sister. It's like pushing my dad with my sister to kind of like have a relationship because they had it tougher than me. As like, I was 8 years. She was like, we're 5 years apart. So she's older than me. And she was a teenager, and she was super close with my dad and all that. And then him leaving was a tough thing for her. So that's why she got, you know, resentment and things like that. But now they're like, they talk and everything. And I'm the one who has like a super good relationship with him. I'm the one who's be screaming at him or doing stuff, being goofing and things like that. And like, so we know each other now.
She was also the firstborn, so
yes, she was, like we say,
she probably got it hard
papi, you know.
She got it hard from both of them. Yeah, that's the other thing. My sibling. One of the things that I realized, like when my dad died, is like none of these people had the same relationship with him that I did. You know, like every relationship is different, and everybody feels a certain way about it. You can't really do nothing about it. Like you can't. All I can do is hope that the people, because like to some degree I'm at peace with it. I don't feel like everybody in my family is at peace with his death, because I don't think that they're ready to acknowledge that he meant something.
Even me not talking to my mom, I feel like at peace because I know that I haven't done anything bad at all. Like,
no.
so that's how I feel. And
these are your parents. It's intense. It is intense.
It is something, but it's like, you deal day by day. It is what it is.
Yeah. And they love you.
Yeah,
I know, even though they're like
their own way, but they do.
Even though they like you said, it's you, like that was the thing with my dad. Like whatever he would tell me stories about his childhood, and I was like, you were being abused. Please stop telling me this story. This is not a cute story.
That's
they would be like, he'd be like, oh, I remember this, like fondly, and I'm like, yo.
No, sometimes they be saying things, and you're like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
But for them, it's normal,
Yeah.
So it's funny. Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I really appreciate you coming on.
You.
I like you were just kind of on my radar, and I think that we've maybe interacted on Instagram once, but it's just so funny how little this art world is.
I mean, no, it is, because here's the thing. When you the day that you
invited me?
Yeah. It was funny because we were on Instagram with my friend. We were just talking. She was like, hey, have you listened to Ever's podcast, the new one? And we were like, oh, yeah, I was listening. So we were discussing, And then we were discussing other ones, like René Camarillo, if I'm not mistaken. You had him. That's his name. I don't remember. And
I'm struggling to match a face with a name.
The one who did like...
Oh, yeah. The garment guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were discussing, the podcast, and we were like, and she was like, imagine if he invites you and things like that. And we were just saying this out of nowhere. I swear. And you weren't even referred.
I just kind of plucked you out of the sky.
And then it was funny because the same day, that's when I got your message, and it was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, I was telling my friend, dude, guess what happened just now? And then I showed her, and she was like, what the fuck? We were just talking about this. So it was so funny.
Me llamaste con el pensiero.
Yeah.
No, pensamiento. Yeah, I said it in Italian. Pensiero. Yeah, dude. Well, this has been so much fun. And I thank you for sharing that, because I never hear about, I'm not there for those conversations, but it's good to know that they happen, of people being like, oh, did you hear this episode? That's very good.
Do.
That's very nice to hear. Yeah. Anything that we can promote for you?
I mean, I don't know by the time this gets out, but it's like...
But we still market. Okay, it's still documented.
I'll have my first solo show at Charlie James Gallery.
Damn! I'm
currently working on that.
I'm a killer, dude. I can sniff this out. I can sniff out talent. I'm like,
Yeah. So
when is that gonna be?
It's gonna be in June. We still haven't discussed the date.
Okay.
But I know that it's gonna be in June.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be
excited
because I can basically walk there. It's a long walk, and it's a long walk. It's a long,
but kind of close though.
Yeah, so, it's close enough. I can just drive myself a little closer and make the walk shorter.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. That's super exciting. I can't wait for that. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh man, I sometimes you just nail it. You invite somebody and you don't realize like that they're doing really well, because that's like not the criteria, but I don't go like, oh, this person has this many followers. I'm like,
no, and I'm the type, I don't say things. That's why my friends are always like, bitch, you need to say something, and I'm like, no, I just don't know. Until bam, I'm gonna do something, and they're like, bitch.
Vale. Bueno. And then your Instagram is
Guamomo Steph, so it's Guamomo_Steph.
What's Guamomo?
Guatemala and Momostenango, so it's the same of Guatemala, obviously the main. And then Momos is the small town, so Momo.
Momo. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And go check her out and come to the show in June, which if you want to see me, I'll definitely be at that one. Charlie James is like the easiest thing to attend because there's like no fucking traffic. And then if you guys enjoyed the conversation, help us elevate these conversations on YouTube, on your platforms. Share this stuff so that our artists get more recognition, and I also benefit from that. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that stuff. And then if you really want to give us a leg up in our operation, you can become a Patreon member. Thanks to our patrons Tony Irons, M. Trishkovsky, Nick Lowe, Amir Zaki, Hiroshi Clark, Jackie Castillo, and Ryan. And those names, the more that I say them on the podcast, the more they're going to get engraved into my brain. But I was thinking, like, if you guys got a small project space, you can donate as the project space. You get 52 minus 11 episodes a year where your name is said on an episode. So think about that. Maybe I'm like trying desperately. But thank you guys so much for supporting either way. And like and subscribe. And I said that already. And we'll be back next week with another guest and another topic that may or may not be art related. Thank you so much. That was such a pleasure.
No, thank you for having me.
Cool. Okay, before we do anything